What's going on, my people? We had to get started with this thing tonight. We got a real CEO in the house. We got Shane Harper. So, my little history on Shane. I used to cut Shane's hair when he was very, very young. How old were you?
It was probably like 7 or 8.
7, 8. And then time passed. We lost contact. I kept cutting his dad's hair. And he grew up into Shane Harper. So we're going to get into a few things about Shane, and we're going to get in his head. We're going to see what's going on. Shane grew up to be a great real estate agent, interior design, just a real boss. So hopefully Shane, once he starts getting to the millions, my tips will go up. I mean, he tips very, very, very well, but hopefully once he gets into the millions, the other millions, my tips will go up. So congratulations. I appreciate you coming and being with us tonight.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
So what high school did you go to?
I went to Hoover High School.
Hoover, okay. Mm-hmm. Hoover Bucks.
Hoover Bucks.
Yeah, they took over. I was in the Galleria one day, and all of a sudden, it's just like they took over the Galleria. Mm-hmm. They had a whole banquet in the Galleria. That was crazy. I was like, y'all just take over there. Yeah. So Hoover Bucks, what elementary school?
So I went to Chelsea.
Okay.
Chelsea Elementary and Middle School. Okay. And then I moved to Hoover in 8th grade and finished high school there.
Okay. So I already know you had a good childhood because I know your parents. So they great people. You have great parents, really.
Amazing parents.
Amazing parents. I know them personally. So did you go to college? Anything?
Yes, I went to UAB.
Okay.
And then I think I dropped out my sophomore year because that's when I got my real estate license. Mm-hmm. And I just started making all this money, and I was like, school really isn't my thing.
Yeah, it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
So shout out to UAB.
Shout out to UAB. Yeah, for my start.
And shout out to Hoover Books. We're going to give them their props too.
Yep. So I was doing a lot of business classes, so it helped me expand my business mind when I was at UAB. And then I got my real estate license and hopped straight into that. And
now, I remember you was in California for a while.
I lived in LA for 6 years.
Uh-huh.
I was doing interior design and real estate and property management in LA.
What made you get into real estate? What made you want to do real estate?
Real estate was always in my family. My aunt is a broker. She's the broker at Town Square Realty. So I grew up.
Who's your aunt?
Tina Ties.
Shout out to Tina Ties. I know, but I just have to say who's your aunt anyway. Shout out to Tina Ties and Town Square Realty. We actually partnered one time for we did Thanksgiving boxes with Hot 107.7.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout out to Town Square. They were real nice to me too. They was at my barbershop. They were real nice to me too.
Yeah, she's amazing. Black owned, family owned, people before profit. So I ride and die for Town Square. Love them so much. Yeah.
All right. So after you was in California, after Town Square, then what?
So I was in LA for 6 years. The pandemic hit, and I was like, okay, this is my opportunity to come back home. I have my fun in LA. It's been 6 years. It's not much more I could take out here. So let me come back home. And then it was in the peak of real estate season. Interest rates were at an all-time low. So I came back, and it just went crazy. Right. So I've been back in Birmingham for 3 years now. And I love every moment of it.
I'm going to throw something in there. Because I just saw something. Most people don't sit with their legs crossed, but when you got on Christian Louboutin shoes and red bottom,
my God.
I was like, you got on some red bottom. I wish we were the same size. Yeah, so Shane is like a little brother to me, and I fussed at him. And I fussed at him one day. I'm going to tell this, Shane. I fussed at him one day. And this might help somebody else too. I said, Shane, let me ask you a question. I said, why whenever you post something, it's always about your dog, it's always about you having a good time, but never nothing about your real estate. I don't know what I said that sparked Shane. But Shane went crazy. Shane, like, when you go on his page now, Shane, it looked like, I don't know if you have drones flying.
Mm-hmm.
You do. I told somebody today.
Yeah.
I said he got to have drones flying.
So I have a videographer, and my goal after our conversation, I was doing everything by myself. I'm at a point now to where I can pay people to do it. So my goal is to produce some type of professional content once a week.
I promise you,
And
your content is good.
Thank you.
When I never knew you used drones, but I was like, he got to use drones. So
It's
basically, what I'm saying is, spend the money to make your business pop.
Mm-hmm.
Spend the money to have, just get that professional image. Because when I told him that, and there wasn't nobody in the shop but me and him, so I wasn't fronting on him, but I was trying to tell him, like, look, you gotta, you got that that boss mentality, but what you doing with it? And go on his page and look at some of those videos or watch some of his lives. I promise you, when you turned up, you turned up.
Well, thank you.
And I don't see many real estate agents that's really doing what you're doing as far as like, and I know a lot of them. It's some great real estate agents, you know, out here. But I'm saying, like, some of the things that you're doing with yours, I see. I'm like, man, you really, like, you had a drone all in the house. Yeah, that's crazy. So who do you use as your videographer?
His name's Trey.
Okay.
He's amazing. He we started earlier this year, and he's been motivating me. I've been motivating him. I've been challenging him. He's been challenging me. So we work very well together.
Yeah, you got some
motivating
real
each other.
Nice stuff. So you said the market is how's the market now?
The market right now, it is, a lot of people think the interest rates are high, but these are normal interest rates.
Okay.
The last couple of years, they have been extremely low or record low, but they're normal right now. It's a buyer's market, so it's super beneficial for buyers. Buyers have more negotiating power. They have more opportunity to get what they want and how they want. There's different lenders that have different loan options. There's 100% loan options. There's $20,000 grants for first-time home buyers. There's $12,000 grants for buyers as well. So it's really a buyer's market.
So, all right, I want to ask something. So can you, for the people who don't know, just explain a buyer's market? Because people hear people say that.
Yeah.
But, you know, if you're not in the real estate, you don't really know what's a buyer's market.
So right now, there's just a little bit, and there are buyers, which creates less demand. So when there's less demand for houses, it's a buyer's market. So sellers are buyers, and when there's less inventory on the market, it's more in favor of sellers.
So that's like a seller's market.
A seller's market. So the last couple of years, we've been seeing the seller's market where houses are being, the bids go $30,000 and $40,000 and $50,000 over asking price. People are waiving inspection contingencies and paying all cash. So that was a seller's buyer. But right now we're in a buyer's market. Yeah.
So the next thing is the $20,000. So they have $20,000 for first-time home buyers.
Yes.
Really?
So there are $20,000 grants. It's a Birmingham City grant. So it's in Jefferson, parts of Shelby County, I think Macon County. You guys can go to my Instagram for all the details. There is a household income limit. So I forget the exact amounts per household, but it is a household income limit, and you do have to be a first-time home buyer. And a first-time home buyer means you haven't bought a house in 3 years. So,
okay.
Yeah.
See, okay, now I'm glad you said it because see, a lot of people, me included, when you hear first-time home buyer, I mean you never bought a house,
right,
at all, and this is your first time buying a house, right? But you said in the last 3 years,
So it just depends on the lender. I do work with some lenders where they consider your first time buying a home if you haven't bought it in the last 3 years.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So what about the $12,000?
$12,000 is based off the lender, so that's just the bank-owned loan or grant. So it's just based off. It's also for first-time home buyers as well. And then some banks can combine the 20 plus the 12,000.
Really?
So it's lots of money out there. So
see, people don't know this. Nobody tells them.
Yeah,
They think it's just like so hard to get a house, and
it's not.
talking to some real estate, they'll make it like you got to have this, you got to have it, but it's some help out here.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's definitely some help. It just depends on who you go to.
Okay.
But it's definitely help out here.
Okay.
It's 100% financing options where you have to bring not much to the table. Now, when you say 100% financing, you still have to pay for your inspections. You still have to pay for your appraisal, but you're not having to bring a 5% down payment. So, lots of help.
That's pretty cool. So now you got off into real estate. You did very well in real estate, made a lot of money. Your next business was interior design.
Yes.
So how did you get into interior design?
So interior design was always my first passion.
Okay.
I just did it for fun. And so once I started doing it for fun, I realized that I was really good at it and people loved my results. And I was like, oh, let me start doing it for my friends and family. So I was doing it for my friends and family, and I was not charging at all. I just got into charging.
Pay now though.
I just got into it maybe last year.
Yeah, you got to pay now though.
You got to pay now. Yeah. But that's always been my passion. I think I will always choose interior design over real estate. I mean, they go hand in hand with each other, but I love interior design.
So with interior design, you can, like, people can fly you in and have you come and design their big mansion, and then you can fly you back. Yeah.
So I'm actually doing a project right now in New Orleans and in Houston. Okay. So I'm going back and forth to those.
So in New Orleans, what are you doing?
So I have a client. She just bought a condo, 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo. So we're in the early stages. I just got this project maybe 2 weeks ago. So I'm gonna do top to bottom for her condo, and then the lady in Houston, she just wanted her downstairs remodeled, and then. So we're in the process of doing that right now.
So I remember you telling me you had a lady with Norwood. How did they go?
So we should be finished in April. Oh, okay. So we're still doing that. We had a few contractor issues.
Yeah, of course.
We worked past it. So that one should be wrapping up in April. That's gonna probably be my biggest project to date. It's all black.
Are you pleased? Like how you feel about it?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I think it's going to turn out amazing. Yeah. I think it's going to shock Birmingham, too.
Oh, yeah?
It's definitely going to be probably one of the most unique houses in Birmingham.
Yeah, that's good. So like, in order to be an interior designer, like, what do you need? How do you get started with that?
So, a lot of interior designers, they go to school, they get degrees in it, they get certifications, and then some people, like myself,
you're just
born with it. Yeah. You have the eye for it, and that's what I had. I had the eye. And so I don't fit everyone's design. So I am picky when I do choose clients. If I feel like you're super out there and you like lots of pops of colors, we're not a fit. It's like dating. You have to find the right interior designer. But if you're more my style and I feel like I can serve you 120%, then we got it going on.
So after interior design, then what? What's next?
I really want to open my own brokerage.
Okay.
That's later in life though. I don't think I'm there yet, but I do want to open my own brokerage. I already have my name. I have my design laid out. I have my slogan. The world's not ready for it.
So what's a brokerage firm? Like
So right now I'm with Townsville Realty. They're the brokerage. I'm a salesperson under Townsville Realty.
Okay.
So I just want to open my own boutique brokerage. I only want 10, 15 agents. Super small, super intimate. But
so is it more money being a broker?
Possibly. It's just I have a certain style in my mind that I like to stick to, and that's more the reason. I'm not in it for the money. I'm in it. It's always people before profit for me. Yeah. So the money is a huge plus. Yeah. But I just have a certain style of how I like to do stuff. I have a certain vision that only I feel like I can produce, and I feel like I have to go to the next step of owning my own brokerage to get to the level that I want to be at.
So after the brokerage, right? It seems like you always got something going. So how about your interior design firm?
Yeah.
Or school?
Mm-mm.
Just a firm.
Just a firm.
Okay.
I'm not a teacher.
Okay.
So school. Mm-mm. But I would love to have like my own house collection. Like I would love to do rugs. I would love to do wine glasses, candles, stuff like that.
Like your own.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
Where I create it from scratch.
Okay.
Sell it. Yeah. So I would love. And
I think that would be real cool. Like you got your own candles, own own wine.
Yeah.
That would be real cool.
Yeah. Just to be a branch up under my interior design company.
You did something a couple of months back. You had an event.
Mm-hmm.
What I forgot what was it?
Oh, it was my first time home buyers event.
First time home buyers event. Yeah. Now how did that go? What was it about?
It was amazing. So it was about just pretty much all the info that I just told you. Now I had a lender there and a credit repair specialist there.
Okay.
So we were just there to encourage people that buying homes or buying a first home is possible. As a first time home buyer, you may not get the biggest and baddest house on the block.
Mm-hmm.
It's your first home.
Mm-hmm.
Your first home is your stepping stone to getting into your dream home.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone has to start somewhere, and you shouldn't be ashamed of doing that. So we were just there encouraging people that even if your credit isn't where it needs to be to purchase a home, we have a credit repair specialist. We're not here to judge you. We're here to help you. We have a lender. Oh, I have the credit, I have the job and the salary, but I don't have a down payment. It's okay. We have options for people who don't have down payments. So we were just letting everyone know, because everyone doesn't know. It's millions of ways to get into a home. We just got to be creative and find the way that works best for you.
Okay, that's some good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's some good stuff. You know, I had a couple homes, and I had a good person. They sold me both the homes, and good people. I mean, good people. So now I know things are a whole lot different.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I was in the house, the interest rate was crazy, right? So I know, what's the interest rate now?
I think they're like in the low 6, high 5s. It's not high. It's not high.
No.
Oh, it's low?
Yes.
Yeah,
If you seen, yeah.
Yeah, back in the 90s, early 2000s, I think the interest rates were in the teens.
Yeah, in the teens. It was crazy.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't know that. They're just so stuck on the last couple of years where the interest rate was 3% and 4%. They just can't get that out.
6% good.
It's great.
Man.
Yeah.
Golly.
And then interest rates are always, they fluctuate. So you could buy a house with a certain interest rate, and if the interest rates fall later in life back down to 3%, you can always refinance and get that 3% interest rates. You're not stuck with the 6%. Refinancing is an option, and anyone can do it. You just got to keep your credit score up and your stuff together to refinance. But you don't have to be stuck at a 6%. But you'll have a great house, and you probably would get it at a lower cost because we're in a buyer's market, and you can always refinance later.
There's some very nice houses out there too.
It's a very amazing house. Birmingham has a lot of gems.
A lot.
It's amazing.
All right, I gotta ask a question because you mentioned this. You mentioned Jefferson County. So, what's this that you can buy? Like the government will help you buy houses in rural areas as long as it's in the rural areas. What's that?
So that's USDA programs.
Okay.
So as long as it's considered a rural area, and if you go to USDA.gov, they have a map where you can type in the address and it'll let you know if it's USDA qualified, and it's 100% financing. So you don't have to do anything. You don't have to get a special loan or anything. You'll get a USDA loan, and you can finance it for 100%.
Really? So
Same thing for veterans. They have VA loans, and they are also 100% financed.
So I was riding Sunday headed to Selma, right? So I think we went the back way through maybe Alabaster, like back way through Calera, I think. And I saw some very nice houses. But what I really liked was the houses was like spaced out nice.
Yeah.
Like you got neighbors, but it's like the neighbors.
They're like on acre lots.
Yeah, something like that. And that's I see. I guess the older I get, the more I'm into like country areas. Like
that's how my dad is.
I might do the USDA thing.
You know, when we lived in Aniana, we lived on a farm. We had horses and everything.
Really? And I didn't know that. That's probably when I didn't see you for a long time.
Well, no, that was when I was really little. And then
Okay, so that's when I was cutting your dad hair.
Yeah.
And I just said, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So
and
y'all
then
had
we
a
moved to
farm?
Chelsea, and we were on like 3 acres. My parents love acreage.
Yeah, I mean everybody said, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
I'm a city person myself.
all right. That was another question. So when you mentioned dream home,
Mm-hmm.
would you rather have a dream home or a dream condo?
A dream condo. I don't have a dream home.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I
It's
have a dream
it's a
condo.
very it was a condo you had. You I guess it's one of your clients.
Mm-hmm.
It had the spiral steps. It was 2 floors.
Mm-hmm.
It had the spiral steps coming down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was I was like, man, it was bad. Was it big inside?
Mm-hmm. I think the one you're talking about, it was like 2,300 square feet, which is huge for a condo.
Yeah.
Upstairs, downstairs, it was 2 beds, 2 baths. It was the penthouse level. So it was
How
amazing.
expensive was that?
I think it sold for $849. Yeah, $849-ish.
Man,
Mm-hmm.
that's crazy.
It was in the older building, so most penthouses in Birmingham are in the building.
And that's what I like too.
Yeah.
The older building with the brick walls,
Mm-hmm.
and I like. Now, if I was to have a condo, like on that style with the open floor plan, like
Mm-hmm.
like where we at, it's different, but
Yeah.
with open floor plan, I love that.
Yeah, my personal style, I love older, I love character,
Yeah.
I like charm. I'll choose an older building before I ever choose a
I'm kind of like, I'll choose an older house while I choose a new house.
same. I like to renovate and make stuff my own.
That part, and then like I like the space.
Mm-hmm.
Like how the space is. I like that too.
Yeah.
Like kind of like the Norwood homes or
Mm-hmm.
Bush Boulevard homes on those type styles.
Yeah.
I like those too.
They're
That's
amazing.
cool. So what's next?
Right now, I'm really focused on just selling and on my interior design projects. So I feel like the more interior design projects I complete, the more clients I'm going to get. Because, I just posted my office a couple days ago, and I have so many, the office that I redid, and I have so many inquiries.
Oh, really?
So I just feel like my interior design is just going to shoot off.
So like once you get through these projects, it's like people just call on you, fly you out, get you, and then you just fly. That's cool. That's cool. So you created a whole nother business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And honestly, it was by accident.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What's
I just, I started off doing my friends and family, posted it here and there. People start asking, oh, I didn't know you did interior design. Yeah, for the fun of it. And they're like, oh, well, can you do this and this and this? And then one thing just led to another. And I was like, I got to make some money.
But interior design can get expensive, can it?
It can get really expensive. Yeah.
Mm.
It just depends on what type of project you want and what your budget is.
A question that I always ask Shane. I always ask, if you had to tell a younger you or a younger person, male or female, some good advice, what would you tell them?
Let's go with if I had to tell my younger self something. I think when I was younger, I tried to go the corporate way, like the 9 to 5. My major was in accounting, had nothing to do with what I wanted to do. But I always wanted to do interior design. Like, that was my journey. I wanted to major in interior design. I wanted to, be super creative. But I was told by so many people that there was no money in it, and it wasn't an easy lifestyle, and it wasn't an easy career. So it made me shift my focus to something that was more sustainable and more, I guess, concrete. And I would redo all of that all over again. I would go my creative way.
Somebody said last week, which you just said it too, without keeping it short. They said, stay true to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I had about 4 people say the same things, like stay true to yourself. I guess we always kind of try to please other people, but staying true to yourself, that's the main goal.
Agree.
Because once you stay true to yourself, ain't then nobody else can tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shane, I really appreciate you. I'm not gonna hold you long, and that's good stuff. I promise you gave some good information. Is there anything else that you want to give to people?
I think we went over everything.
Okay.
I really enjoyed myself. This was fun.
Well, hopefully we can have you back.
Absolutely.
And you can bring some more good information. Any real estate information that you want to give, you just let us know and you can bring it back.
Absolutely. Sure will. Thank you so much, Q.
So, I thank you for tuning in. I thank you for always sharing and liking. Shout out to my sponsor, Green Acres Chicken Downtown, Green Acres Chicken Ensley, Blaze Hookah Lounge, and Partners Tires. Shout out to Yo Chef. If you mention this podcast, go to Kashif and he'll give you half off on your meal. As always, I thank you. Hey, we'll see you again next time.